Hello, welcome to Alive to Thrive OT. I'm Lauren Lyman, and today I'm here with Christopher Guida. And Christopher is a yoga teacher, he's a nutrition and a life coach, a healing facilitator, a guide, a massage therapist, a personal trainer, and he's a sound healer. And he does a lot of other things among those things too. And we'll talk about that today. So today we're talking to Christopher about what he can do to help you improve your health and your wellness. So Christopher, thank you so much for being here with us today. Can you tell us a little bit about your personal journey? What led you to who you are and the services that you offer today?
Yes, definitely. So it all began maybe a little over 10 years ago. I started realizing, something wasn't right in the world. Um, you know, Things were not the way that they were supposed to be. Something seemed wrong. So while I was in school for engineering, I did a lot of my own research on the side and getting into some, esoteric philosophy such as, Kundalini or the pineal gland, things like that, and looked into things of that nature. And down the road, I became more and more interested in it. And then finally, after having a lot of strange, almost what I would call etheric bodily sensations, in 2015 and 16, I realized that it would be good for me to, start to learn more about the energy body and work with energy and heal myself. So that's when I went into the Reiki training. I became certified in Reiki. And through working with energy and kind of moving the chi, I started experimenting with Taoist practices of cultivating chi and awareness of the energy. Then I found yoga. I started practicing Iyengar yoga, and then from there I later discovered Kundalini yoga, which I really enjoyed that practice of, and that's what really started to change my life. So I felt like Kundalini yoga really picked me up and brought me back on the right track, where all the things that I didn't understand about myself and the world around me all of a sudden became so crystal clear. And I realized that if everyone could see this way, we'd be able to, heal the world overnight. So that's when I decided it would be appropriate for me to teach that modality of Kundalini yoga. So I went along with that with Kundalini yoga teacher training. Around the same time, a little bit earlier, actually, I discovered the practice of New Paradigm multidimensional transformation, which I became a basic master of first. And this is a practice that's similar to Reiki, except it's actually a more modern approach with a much broader frequency spectrum of energy that we transmute. So I first became a basic master, and then I actually became a basic master teacher of that practice. So I use that now instead of Reiki because I feel the energy a lot more strongly than I do feel the Reiki energy. I've also been interested in astrology and human design, gene keys. Gene keys comes from the human design, and understanding the human design and the gene keys really helped me, alongside with the Kundalini yoga, it really helped me to understand myself and understand the world around me. So I spent a few years contemplating internal alchemy, and I decided to go ahead and become a Gene Keys guide and guide other people to discover their prime gifts within themselves and how they relate to others and the community as a whole. So Gene Keys has been really helpful in that way. Also, about a year ago, I became a certified personal trainer because fitness has also been a very important part of my journey. Having good physical, being in good physical shape has really helped me heal myself and my psychological issues as well. So I train other people to get into whatever physical condition that they wish to be in. I usually work with them in that regard. I'm also a certified life coach and a certified nutrition coach. I'm a little bit biased in my nutrition coaching because I'm a vegan and I'm a strong proponent of the vegan lifestyle. So I would be happy to work with anybody in that regard to optimizing the vegan diet or generally moving towards a more sustainable diet overall. I've also been interested in biohacking for quite some time now, maybe about 10 years, experimenting with different, modalities of biohacking at home, whether that be light therapy, sound therapy, temperature, supplementation, physical exercise, etc. You name it. So I work with clients in that way as well. And I'm also a musician, so I do write music and produce my own music, and I also lead sound journeys. So I'd be happy to work in any of those capacities with this group and look forward to exploring beyond those capacities. One thing I also forgot to mention was I'm a clinical massage therapist. I became a clinical massage therapist for a little over a year now. I've been doing it, and that's really been helping me to kind of get into the physical level of resolving pathologies and working with people's psychosomatic traumas and helping to clear those out. And I like to incorporate the sound healing with the clinical massage therapy. I find that to be very helpful. I also offer biophotonics imaging through the BioWell device, and that I like to use with clients as a before and after to measure the effects of the practice that we have gone through together. So for today, I'll just keep it brief. I believe I'll just leave it at that.
Wow, thank you so much. It sounds like you have really taken a passion with the human experience and helping people heal, and you've really educated yourself on a lot of modalities. So that's incredible. Thank you so much for everything that you offer. I did have a couple questions with the sound healing. What are different sound healing modalities that you use?
So I used tuning forks. I use gong. I use crystal bowls. I use metal Tibetan bowls. And I do also use drums. As far as sound healing goes, I do realize there are many different approaches to it, and depending on the setting, the set and setting and the need, I do tailor the sound healing approach to that setting. So that's more on a case-by-case basis.
Do you offer any virtual sessions with people, or is it all in person?
Yes, I do offer every service virtually,
Okay.
aside from anything that would require hands-on contact.
Okay. And what can somebody expect when they come to see you? Do you evaluate the entire person and figure out what modalities and what services work best for them? Or is it just someone comes to you and says, I'm strictly looking for this specific service?
Yes, absolutely. Both of those approaches do work for me. I like to take a integrative approach because I realize that a lot of people know exactly what they want when they come in. So I do work with that, but a lot of people also aren't quite sure what they're looking for. So they want to kind of like get a general assessment. So I do work in that capacity as well.
Okay. And then do you have any programs that you offer? Is it very individualistic, like this person needs this amount of sessions, or are there packages?
Yeah, right now I am working on a sliding scale. So I do have fixed rates for certain hourly bundles. And with those, I usually offer to mix and match services and offer one flat rate across all services. However, I like to be able to serve the community as much as possible. So I do work on a sliding scale to try to get these modalities out to as many people as I can.
All right, great. Thank you. Is there
You're welcome.
anything else that you want to say before we get your information?
I would also say that I am open to, working individually or in a group setting. So if there's some group events, I'd be happy to work in that capacity as well.
Okay, great. And if people want to contact you, schedule an appointment with you, how can they reach you?
So the three best ways to reach me would be either through Facebook. Feel free to send me a friend request, but I prefer if you do that, that you also send me a message along with that, so I know who you are. Another would be to send me a text message, just say where you found me from the group. You can also just comment on one of my posts in the group, that's fine. And finally, you could send me an email. So my phone number should be in the group as well as my email. You could find both of those there.
Great. Okay. Thank you. So I will put all of Christopher's contact information in the description of this video. Christopher, thank you so much for this interview today. Thank you for all of the healing services you offer and all the love and the light that you spread throughout the world.
You're welcome.